Today on the Let's Talk Battle Rap podcast, the Battle Rap podcast of New York, brought to you by the Gotham Podcast Studios. We'll be presenting to you the Premier Battles first ever All-Star Game, December 1st, Manchester. Their best five, our best five, and let's just have at it, right? Big shout outs to Sarcasm City and Battle Rap Resume, my guy Tom Quee, for always providing the commentary to this league, and this league has really caught my interest. I've talked about it several times on the podcast, just how I'm up to date with things, and I chime in, and I always stay updated, or I just listen to Sarcasm City or Tom, and they really provide a lot of insights. Shout outs to Ryan. Man, I've been trying to get Ryan Blustro on my pod for a while. We just go back and forth all the time because I really want to get the insides of understanding how this league was really created in one sense. I've heard it all, but I want to hear it directly from the people, and I want to hear a lot more about the structure, how successful the first season was, and I look forward to this All-Star Game creating a staple event where, moving forward when they have season 2, they have All-Star Game 2. And this creates a staple for their league and people transitioning over to, compete with the top 5 battlers of that season. That's how I see it. And this is also kind of creates a timeline because if, Premier Battle stays around another 5-6 years, you can reflect on, the season Shark City had. You can reflect on the season CoJay had. You can reflect on the season all these other teams had. And, it just becomes a more organized way to really watch battle rap, the world's first team-based battle league. I look forward to this. Yeah, 5 teams. You got managers. You got a roster of 4 guys. I remember midway through the season they had free agency rumors. I don't know if it was real or not, about Big K coming on over to the UK. A lot of these little things really caught my interest in the way battle rap should be more organized, and I think it creates a really healthy dialogue. So, we had to get our battle rap coach, Bad Money, to break this down with us. So hope you guys enjoy.
Let's Talk Battle Rap podcast. Bad Money in the building. France in the building. How you feeling, France?
Excited, man. We got this All-Star Game Premier Battle League. They got the All-Star Game event. They had a successful first season of their league. I'm really happy and organized. I'm really happy to see how organized they structured their league. Like, I wish we can kind of bring that into America, where there's like teams, there's like managers, there's battle rappers, there's judge matches, and they're closing it off pretty well with an All-Star Game for their league. How fitting.
Definitely, man. This is a fire card. You know what I mean? This is a card full of style clashes, I'll say. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of these matchups on this card, are mirror matches. So this card has the potential to produce a lot of classes in my eyes. So what you want to start with, France?
I want to start with the Battle of the Year, man. CoJay versus Mike P. Congratulations to CoJay for being the 2018 Premier Battler of the Year. But was it well deserving? Was it well fitting? What do you think?
Soul really was like Battle of the Year, where we can be technical.
Yeah, for me, yeah, that's how I felt too, man. Like, not to snub CoJay, but I definitely would have had Soul ranked ahead of him. CoJay had 4 battles this year. The Soul's 2 or 2 to 3. And I guess he pretty much was resilient after he had a shocking debut against Joker. Like, choked and did pretty bad, but he really bounced back afterwards with the rest of his battles. O'Shea, Quill. So I guess I can see it, right? I can see why they give it to him. I'm not mad at it, though.
Yeah, I mean, he did have some good performances. You know what I mean? CoJay is a master of creating moments. You understand what I'm saying? So that probably could have been a big factor in him getting rewarded, with Battle of the Year for Premier. But he's up against Mike P. Mike P is making his London debut.
You know,
These guys,
shout outs to Champion and Premier Battle League for giving their Battler of the Year award to somebody that's choked, right? You gotta just choke to win Champion. To be a Battler of the Year, you just gotta choke. Like, that's all it is, right?
Yeah, man. You be taking little subtle jabs at me because we got this little Philly Bronx rivalry going on because I was on a panel. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna get into all that. But
let's not. Today's not the day.
Man. But yo, Mike P is going to London. How you feel about that? You think he's gonna be able to adapt?
Mike P against the Flat Earther. CoJay the Flat Earther. CoJay has a lot of talent, man. So sometimes it's a shame to see him like choke, forget his bars, or stumble through his material. But when he's on, he can angle. He's got the bars, he's got the performance, and when you really step back and look at it, the way he raps, him and Mike P really mirror each other. They're gonna complement each other a whole lot. So as far as Mike P's debut, I think Mike P will be just fine out there. If they love CoJay, they'll love Mike P. Mike P definitely has all the attributes of an all-star battler. It gets underrated sometimes.
I mean, this is a big matchup for Mike P. You know what I'm saying? Because this could do a lot for him. You know, the way Mike P markets himself like a star or whatnot, he just does not necessarily give him a big URL cards. He's getting placed on URL, but he's not like getting on the big stages.
Yeah, he's heavily
like
underrated.
That.
Yeah.
So this can do like a lot for him if he goes over there and is able to, you know, capture this UK crowd. I personally been waiting for Mike P to get a battle overseas because I feel like he can capture an overseas audience, you know, and he has a style that, you know, a lot of people like can gravitate towards universally.
Can I throw out the troll comment? Like, everybody's just dying to see Mike P overseas and dying to see Mike P on King of the Dot. Why is that? Why are everybody trying to play Mike P like he's not a star on URL?
They don't like giving Mike P his props.
They don't. They really don't. I think Mike P definitely can say, I went over to the UK and battled this league's Battler of the Year. And CoJay also has to kind of represent that. Like, if this is CoJay's battle, like the way how Old Red battled Cortez. This is what it is for CoJay. You were just announced Battler of the Year, right? It's on your shoulders. Can you meet to that expectations?
And with Mike P, his expectations he got to meet to is like, you got to prove that you are the star that you market yourself to be.
Bad Money,
what I mean? And you promote yourself. To be.
You as a basketball fan, you remember when the MVP award didn't have necessarily like the end of the year award, like after the finals. They were given out during like in May, right? So when players got the MVP, more than likely it was a player in the postseason already, right? And when the player won the MVP and was still in the playoffs, it's kind of like, yo, you just got the MVP, you got to have a good performance. And this is no difference. This is no difference for CoJay. He has to represent. But I think their styles, like I said earlier, complement each other so much that they're gonna put on a good battle. Sleeper battle of the night, and I think Mike P has the performance of the night.
I mean, I definitely can see that. It's between him and Ilmac for me. But I think Mike P, I'm gonna go with him in this battle for the simple fact that I feel like he's gonna be more serious than CoJay. CoJay is dope. Like, he had a moment in his battle against who the hell was it, man? He just had a recent battle, not the O'Shea battle.
Quill?
Yeah, Quill. The Quill battle where he forgot his lines or whatever, but he fixed it or whatever, and he came back. Like, I don't remember my shit, but I remember everything you said, and, you know, he threw it. So he's good at creating moments, you know, and that could have been possibly
he can freestyle. That's an edge he has over Mike P. He can freestyle, and he's also a good angler. So him and Mike P can angle each other, which would be interesting because Mike P probably has more dirt, but it wouldn't be as effective in the crowd, and Mike P would have to overly research to angle CoJay. So
both of these guys got to come on their A game for this battle. The thing is, whoever wins this battle is going to be on their A+ game. You know what I mean? I'm going with Mike P just because I think CoJay has a lot of jokes. I think Mike P is going to be a little bit more serious, but we're going to see if it lands. You know what I mean? In London, we'll see.
Yeah, I pretty much think it's just a mirror match and the best man win kind of thing. Honestly. as far as the headliner of this card, the All-Star game, right? Soul and Ilmac. I've been requesting this battle for over a year. Everybody's been talking about it for over a year, and we finally got the match. How excited are we for this?
I mean, we're real excited. You know what I mean? Because we love pen battles. You know what I mean? And Ilmac is one of the most dangerous battle rappers on. People will admit it or not, like, but that, and it like is like very, very dangerous. You understand what I'm saying? And I think going into this matchup, losing that Summer Madness might have been good for Soul. Going into this matchup, actually.
You were on the champion panel, so you had Ilmac in the top 10, well deserving, and I want to give you a lot of acknowledgement and praise for that, because not a lot of people could say they can listen to this sentence, right? And keep it to mind that Ilmac has been battling for 10 plus years with 100 plus battles. Ilmac could say, I beat Chilla Jones, JC, and Iron Solomon clearly.
How many people could even say they battled all three of them in the same year?
Let alone, period, have all three of those guys in the same catalog. There's only a handful of people that have all three of those guys in the same catalog. Daylight, Arsenal, it's not many people.
Dog, in the same year. And then, like, Ilmac ain't really battled nobody since Catch Up. You know what I mean? And before that, it was JC.
That was his own, and he's the only other person other than Mook to have a flawless victory against Iron Solomon. This is incredible. I think, that's why when you stop and think about Ilmac and Thesaurus' legacies, like, you always have to like just stop and say to yourself, like, wow, these guys have been battling for 10 plus years, and they've put on for the culture in so many different ways that, like, I can't even begin to praise because of all they have given us and how many doors they've opened. But you really got to put a little special respect on, like, Ilmac's name just to say to yourself, like, yo, he is still competing at a high level. Thesaurus has 151 plus battles, I think, and he leads the world in most battles cataloged. So after a while, battle rap mileage hits. But Ilmac, Pat Stay, he's been a chain holder, DNA, beat DNA 30, Roan. Only clear loss that Ilmac has over these years is Arsenal and Conceited. And Hollow, but Hollow and Conceited the same day.
Yeah. That's a good point.
So, honestly, it's almost like going into this match, I feel like Ilmac's the favorite, even though this would be more of Soul's crowd.
That's why this match is so interesting, because Soul is, like, highly favored in the UK. And that, like, it's starting to cross over to American audiences, who are getting in tune with UK battle rap. He's, like, one of the top names, so knowing how big of a build-up this matchup is, and the fact that, I know Soul's not digging what happened at Summer Madness. Like, he clearly lost to Gemini. Like, he didn't put on his best performance. He wasn't whacking nothing, but I mean,
he does have a Summer Madness under the belt, and not a lot of people can say that.
Don't matter if you have a Summer Madness under your belt if you lost. As Summer Madness, Young Miles got a Summer Madness under his belt.
But you know what? You're gonna remember that body more than somebody never even touching the stage.
What happened after that Summer Madness? Next time we seen Young Miles on URL
but
stage.
we can't.
When's the next time we see Young Miles on a URL stage after that Summer Madness?
All right,
he was in 2-on-2 with X Factor.
Yeah, and that was no bueno. We can't put Soul in the same box as Young Miles as far as losing. He did lose, but it's not as drastic as Young Miles. But I get what you're saying. Like, he definitely needs to bounce back. Right, like he was having a really strong year before all that. Like, I had him as the battler of the year. His performance against Bobby Rex and Matter, they were great. He bodied a Tony D. He beat a Dialect, and he battled Dialect and Tony D in I think 6 weeks in between. And those are two of the top names out there. So, like, to take two top 5, top 10 guys within less than 2 months apart from each other, it's incredible. One of the best writers out there too, so I think him and Ilmac could definitely put on a writing spectacular where they just, like, really display their lyricism, display their wit, and it's almost kind of crazy to say, like, Ilmac's a legend, 100 plus battles in, but he sounds hungry for this battle. How can you say a legend is still hungry? Like that? That's scary.
Mr. Two-time everything.
Mr. Two-time everything. But
man,
I gotta go with Greg in this battle, man. I gotta go with Ilmac.
I mean, I gotta go with Ilmac too, man. Like I said, like Ilmac is one of the most dangerous MCs.
Yeah, that's right, Premier Battle League. If you're listening, we're USA bias.
I don't know what he's talking about. You know what I mean? Premier Battle League. We'll get into that with the next two matchups that we discuss. You know, made me lose my train of thought for a second. But no, I'm going with Ilmac for the simple fact that he haven't battled nobody since Catch Up, bro. He bodied Catch Up. You know what I'm saying? Catch Up did his thing, but he bodied Catch Up. And he clearly beat JC. Like, he walked into New York, battling in New York in Club Drum, where we both have been at, for the first time, on a stage that JC has battled on for years and got a clear win on JC during the year where he was going for his Lux campaign.
I was always confused when people say, how can Ilmac translate? Guys, Ilmac has done shows that are bigger than battle rap events. Like, he's an MC. He'll be just fine. You know, like, I don't know, man. I don't worry about Ilmac battling anywhere. I'm just waiting. I'm even waiting for him to make his Smack debut. He'll rock.
I'm waiting for that too. Like, I've been waiting for that for a minute. Like, Ilmac can adjust to a Smack crowd. I know for a fact he can.
100,000%. Real quick, man. This might be a hot take, and I'm willing to take the backlash for it. But I think Soul and Ilmac could put on a top 10 battle of 2018. Am I overreacting?
I wouldn't say that you aren't. You know what I mean? I don't think you're overreacting. Shots versus Censor is still like one of my top 5 battles of the year. You know what I mean? So like the UK battles, you know, have been like some of the best battles, you know, as of recent. So I mean, you're not in the wrong for saying that. You know what I mean? You're not just jumping out the window. Like this is a pen mashup. You know what I mean? As much as we love pens in battle rap, and you know what I mean, I can't even say grudge matches, but mega matches. You know what I mean? Like, this is a mega match.
This is a mega match. It's been talked about for years. It's finally come into existence. I wish there was a little bit more, not promotion, but I guess back and forth between them. Like, they have little witty insults, like, on Twitter and stuff. And it's funny. But I want to see, you know, them come in there and say, yo, I know you're really good at what you do. I'm really good at what I do. But I'm here to win, you know. But I think they'll deliver. I think they'll definitely deliver.
That's a fact. You know what I mean? I think this battle could wind up being debatable, depending on what angle.
Oh, man.
You know what I mean? But I'm gonna go with Ilmac clearly.
I think Gemini laid a blueprint down for Ilmac to copy some angles.
Mm-hmm.
And what can you really say to Ilmac at this point in time? Like, angling Ilmac isn't really the best idea, right? Like, it's not gonna work. I guess you're gonna have to outright him, outperform him.
Yeah. That's all you can really do. But he's going to rebuttal all that.
You think Soul brings out the razor like he did in Smack?
He better bring out everything. You better bring out a little bit of everything, you know what I mean? Because Ilmac not playing with him, bro.
Yeah, I hope they deliver, man. I see what Premier Battles did with this entire card. Like, they went style matchup heavy versus top name heavy. You know, like, a lot of these names, they're notable, respectable names. A lot of these guys haven't headlined a card in a long time, or if ever. But every match on this card complements each other. Really good.
Like, bro, I'm going to repeat what you said again. Okay. Ilmac beat JC, Iron Solomon, and Chilla Jones in the same year. 3 of the top 5 pens of battle rap.
You want to talk about having your pen tested? That's incredible.
Won every one of these matches clear. I'm not going to bet against him.
Yeah, me neither. That's exactly where I'm at. So we're 2-0 right here with Team America, but I think this is where I put my American biasness away and I think there might be a loss on our team. Bad Money.
You think so?
Yes, I think Loso is in trouble against Dialect.
I don't know, man. Like Loso was an all around better battle rapper. Like Dialect, I like Dialect. Like he's been able to translate, on multiple leagues. He's accomplished a lot. He's been in the game a long time. He has the experience. But Dialect's an MC. Like somebody, here it is, link me to some of Dialect's music. If you can tweet me. But when I listen to him, in his battles and stuff like that, like he is really, really dope at being an MC. You understand what I'm saying? So
yeah, he's done the beat back. Look, he's come from a lot of things, right? And honestly, when you talk about raw talent from all the UK guys, you put them all in the bunch, right? Shoddy, Raptor, Gemini, Yunan, Dialect, Shock, Sensa. He's up there. He's a top 10 UK guy. And as far as talent goes, he has so many flows. He has the multis. He's done the beat battles, like you say. He's a pure MC. He's known for his grime music. He has the gift of gab. He can freestyle. He knows how to be personal. And he's had a lot of battles where like he's motivated. He's having fun. Some are short prep time, but he still delivers pretty well. If you want to
talk second round versus Vega.
Yeah.
Crazy. Like he went in, like the way he closed that round with that rapid fire flow, like that was crazy, bro.
Shouts to Australia, man. Vega's good, man. But every time I see Vega,
like the better overall rapper.
Every time I see Vega, he's getting his ass kicked, man. And Dialect came to deliver. Dialect and Chris Leese, they battled this year, and their battle was almost like a vintage Don't Flop feel. It was that intense. And see, here's the thing, right? This is why I say Loso's in trouble. Dialect has a variety of skills. He has a variety of talent. And when I stop for a minute and I look at the battle, I say, what can Loso say to Dialect for 3 full rounds? Like, what is he going to do that's going to be effective for 3 full rounds while entertaining the crowd and also trying to dissect and beat his opponent? While Loso, because of who he is, he has such a higher stature. He's elevating his game. He's one of the few guys we talk about that can create a legacy in battle rap. He has a lot of pressure. And every single time he steps on the stage, they're just trying to knock him off. Nobody, I think, has more pressure than him to perform because they're just waiting for him. They're waiting for him to take a clear loss.
Loso was undefeated on as far as like every stage this year.
Yeah, he's 5-0 this year.
Nobody's talking about that. Like he's not lost yet. Like every platform he's going on and did his thing. You understand what I'm saying? So
you can argue he hasn't lost a battle in his career. You can argue that. Like, and that's a legit argument.
Damn. I mean, that is a legit argument. Maybe that's another podcast, friends.
Yeah, that might just be. We might have to dissect this catalog, man. But he has so much pressure.
Shout out to Loso. Loso actually came on the podcast and talked to you, didn't he?
Yeah, he did, man. And we've had a conversation off air, and he told me like these. Like I have so much pressure. Like people are just waiting for me to take a clear loss. And the day Loso takes a clear loss, it's gonna be pandemonium on the internet. It's gonna be Jordan crying face memes left and right. It's gonna be all types of slander. Like he might have to break his religion for a minute and curse at somebody. They're gonna
all hell is gonna break loose.
that was a bar, Bad Money. That was fire.
Yo, shout out to Loso, man. Check out that episode with France, Jazz, Loso, and Newborn. By the way.
And just like when I think of him battling, he's somebody that brings the best out of all of his opponents. He's one of those guys, right? That like people want to beat him or people want to roadblock him at this point. People no longer want to see him reach to the next level. And you put him in front of all these tests, you back him into a corner, and he quietly succeeds and passes all these tests that people put him under. Diamonds are made under pressure. So I think he has another test out there against Dialect out in the UK crowd, but I just think Dialect has more ammo and Loso's more vulnerable in this battle.
That's a good point, though. See, listening to you talk, I might not change my pick, dog. I don't know because like I'm not familiar and well versed in how what is like the most prominent religions in the UK. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't know necessarily like how they're going to take the Loso. Like sitting here thinking about, everything in a nutshell, so to speak. I don't know. That's good. That's a good point. Like, what is he going to say to Dialect? I don't know. This is his first time in the UK. Loso is still technically very new to our ears and eyes. You know what I mean? As far as like battling on camera, but I don't know. It's gonna be interesting to see how he transfers. You know what I'm saying? Because like Dialect is an MC, Loso is also an MC. You know what I mean? We seen that. In his response to New Jersey Twerk, he put out something dope.
Yeah, Loso's definitely a rapper Loso's definitely a rapper that battles. Like, we gotta highlight that too. I don't know if he's gonna have Loso has a lot of those pen bars, right, where he's like breaking down names, he's breaking down letters, he's rhyming the syllables, and he's flexing his lyricism, and they're dope. But is that gonna be enough of 3 rounds? Is that for 3 rounds gonna be enough to beat a Dialect that can switch things up so prominently all the time? And he can, in anything you say towards a Christian battle rapper at this point in time, it's just they take double the damage. We don't give these guys enough props because, 1, they're limiting their material. 2, there's things they can't touch on. 3, they can't cuss. 3, they can't cuss. And 4, anything said to them is hard hitting, and they automatically come with a free angle. They automatically come with a free haymaker because of who they are. So they're always kind of like just a little handicapped in certain matches. So they have to work just a little harder than your average battle rapper. But Loso delivers all the time.
Thanks. I don't know, man. I think I might add Dialect now. You know what I'm saying? That we sat here and discussed this because I don't know, how the London crowd is going to take to Loso style and religion talk and stuff like that. Because, like,
I think they'll adapt. They'll like it. But I'm just wondering.
I'm not saying they're not going to like it. I'm saying, like, how receptive are they going to be to it?
Well, I think they will be receptive to it, but he has to definitely gamble, while Dialect doesn't have to gamble. Dialect's probably thinking to himself, I know exactly what to do. Now it's up to Loso whether he can overcome that or not. And that's pretty much the story of his entire career. Everybody knows what to do against him. It's his job whether he allows it to, he sinks or swims. Right. So I think he will have a good showing out there, but I do think Dialect just has more accessibility in this match.
I mean, I think I'm going to edge Dialect now. I mean, I did have Loso clear originally.
Oh, wow.
I just think he's like a better overall battle rapper.
I agree with that.
Like, and I've been watching Dialect for a long time.
But you know what?
The fact that, like, Loso was just new to, like, this is his first time going overseas to battle. You know what I mean? And, like, you stepped into Dialect's territory, and just he can go bar for bar with you. You understand what I'm saying? And you come with a built-in angle. So I don't know how receptive. You know what I mean?
We'll be quick to say, yeah, Loso is a better battle rapper than Dialect. And my response to that is he though? Like, it's an argument to be made for Dialect too, because he's a don't flop originator. He's battled multiple eras. He's done the 2-on-2s. He's done the beat battles. He's done the freestyles. He's had notable. He's been around for a long time. He's had notable Americans on his names. He had notable UK top battlers on his catalog too. So he's been under pressure as well. I think Loso's definitely had much more popularity than him. So spotlight, no doubt. But as far as being a better battle rapper, I think you can toss it up in the air to either or. Like, you can make a case for both guys. It's interesting. Like, it's not a cakewalk. It's not. You probably would think it is. You probably just write it off. But when you stop and look at it, you're like, yo, this is actually a lot more difficult than. This might be more difficult than some of his more recent matches. Like, this might be harder than him and Scotty was difficult because of Gnome, not because of the opponent. But opponent-wise, like, Dialect is more difficult than Scotty. He's probably more difficult than Clone, right? He's probably more difficult than Moneybags in the UK. This is underratedly one of his hardest matches, I think.
100%, man. Well, we're gonna see what happens, man. But I'll change my opinion, and I'm going to edge Dialect in the battle.
I've done my job then. And the last match, I guess, right, for Team USA, unfortunately, Rivers and Big Cannon couldn't go down. That's a pen battle, and I would have loved to have seen it because I know Big Cannon takes every single battle serious, and Rivers is a really good lyricist. But Chris Leese and Caustic, another mirror match, and I'm pretty happy to see the battle. I like the battle on paper, but the timing of the battle has me with some concerns. How do you feel about this match?
Like you said, it's a mirror match. I think it's all going to come down to who comes on their more on their A game, in the battle. Because both of these guys can joke. I think Chris Leese probably does like a better job of bringing more seriousness along with the jokes. Like he balances it out. You know what I mean? Like Caustic can drag the jokes out sometimes before he gets back to the bars.
For me, timing is a lot of things in battle rap, right? And I think of Caustic's, and I think of Caustic's year, 2018. Like he's had a predominantly quiet year, not one of his best, and he had a grudge match against Arcane last year at World Dom 7, and it was just not a good battle, to be honest. And so like, it makes me wonder, where is he at right now with his battle career? Like he's already 40 plus battles in. Is he still motivated? He's been balanced since the grind time era. Like, is there anything left in the tank for Caustic? Because when you get a Caustic that's serious, balance somebody he probably doesn't really like, or is intense, or he doesn't want to joke with them as often, he's a very dangerous battle rapper. He's very hard, he's very tough to beat, and he's have some notable wins on his resume. Like you'll have Caustic beating a Big T, right? You'll have Caustic in Arsenal debatable. You'll have Caustic beating a Verb, beating a JC. Debatable with Big K, Marv One, Cortez, a whole bunch of guys.
Fact.
And so, just like Chris Lee, he likes to joke a lot too. Bars are jokes, jokes are bars, and we like that. But
if they land, it'll land.
Yeah, if it lands,
Program V.
Facts. Shouts to V. If it lands, it lands. But my thing is, I think they're both really identical, where they're both like comedic assholes, but they have good lyrics and they can punch to the point where it's
That's
like,
a good way to put it.
Yeah, to a point where they can, like, if they say, yo, let's get competitive, they can easily steal the show that night. I think, Chris Lee has a lot of brief moments of aggression where, depending on his opponent, he gets in their face, right? And he's had the moments with the racist bars, and Caustic's had his situations with it too. Like, there's a lot of similarities between the two of these guys.
Yeah. Let's just think, I don't know, man. This could be a sleeper battle, that steals the battle in a nice spotlight. If both of these guys, step in there on their A game. Like, this could be a real funny battle, But it's so much of a mirror match. It just depends on what these guys bring to the table. Like, this battle could go, like, a couple ways. It can either be a wash on one end, it could be a great back and forth, or it could just, be a bad battle. But I got it like being a great back and forth.
Isn't that the option for every battle?
I mean, that's true, but
it's like you give me a multiple choice. So you gave me 4 options. It's like it could be A, B, C, or D.
We know the answer is D.
All of the above. I think. Look, Chris Lee's also
it's a John effect. He just went out through London and did his thing, so
Chris Lee's also a Don't Flop originator too, man. So like, he's had a decent year. I'll say more than decent. He's had a good year, right? And even in the past, I think you always say this: any given Saturday, any given Sunday, anybody can win. And you look at him in the past, like he's beaten the Soul clearly, right? He's beaten the Locksmith clearly. He's
all people.
Yeah, he's beaten a handful of like top guys clearly too. So like, as well as he's lost as well. So anybody can win, anybody can lose. But my thing about the Premier Battle All-Star event is like, I want to see the ambiance. I want to see the environment. I want to see how competitive it is, because like when I think of All-Stars, right, we referring back to the NBA that we talked about earlier in the episode, the All-Star game for the NBA was never competitive. So we as fans or consumers, we used to get a little like irritated by it. Like, we want to see.
Whoa. We're not going to say never competitive.
Yeah, you're right. I won't say never, but I say over the last recent
Yeah.
years. Thank you for that.
All right.
But recently over the last couple of years, prior to last year, it lacked this competition, and we were annoyed by it, like to the point where like we wouldn't take it serious. I don't want the All-Star Battle event to be something where it's like they're here to entertain, it's comedic. I want all these style matchups that complement each other to come out to great battles, so it could set a precedent for the future. Because I think Premier Battle's here to stay. I think they're gonna have season 2, right? Because they had a successful season, and then when they do the All-Star game again, you're gonna say to yourself, who's an All-Star on their league, and who's an All-Star that we're gonna send and ship out over there to compete. Because that's what Premier Battle's doing. They're putting their top 5 guys from their league against the top 5 anywhere else.
That's why it's going to be so interesting to see.
That's why I want to see if all these matches come out, competitive. I know there's going to be a bit of friendly environment there too, but I want the battles to be more competitive than entertainment, if you get what I'm saying. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Because we got a lot of guys on this card, who joke a lot. On both sides, as far as like American side and the UK side, and everybody's going to be trying to, adapt to the crowd. Definitely the Americans are going to be trying to adapt to the crowd. That's why I say like Loso has an uphill battle, because we haven't seen Loso be funny. We just seen him bar people to death.
Yeah, he has glimpses of like humor, but now he gets to really exert it. He gets to what if Loso's really secretly funny, but he's just always in such serious environments that he just can't ever really put it out there. That's a good thing you threw out there just now.
I'm still going with Dialect though.
Yeah.
But who you got at Chris Leese versus Caustic? I got Chris Leese.
I think Chris Leese definitely has the more momentum right now. It's easy to pick him, but as far as skill set, like since they are kind of mirrored to each other, I still think Caustic has the better skill set when on his A game. So, and I think this is a match that at least will bring that out of him. So I'm going with Caustic on this, but I'm absolutely not upset at you saying Chris Lee.
I mean, if Caustic comes in and not playing, like it could be a long night for Chris Leese. You know what I'm saying? So. We'll see. I mean, I'll go with Chris in the edge, in my opinion.
Yeah, man. And, we not to gloss over the fact, neither at the bottom of the flyer of this event, O'Shea is battling somebody that's making their UK debut, and I wonder who that could be. I'm not even going to try to take a guess because so many people have not touched that country yet, so it's just the amount is endless, but it's always refreshing to see him still. It looks like he's always like really happy and motivated. He still loves battle rap,
Yeah, I mean, I like watching O'Shea battle.
O'Shea.
You don't take yourself too serious. Like, I've been, watching UK battle rap for, like, a lot of years or whatnot. Like, when American guys started going over there, I got in the UK battle rap, But I'll say, like, he don't take himself too serious. You understand what I'm saying? Like, he knows how to have fun, and he got skills. You know what I mean? So
whoever he's battling,
maybe him being at the bottom of the card, might not look like it's going to work in his favor, but it might work in his favor for the simple fact that he has to set the night off, and we don't know who he's battling.
That shock
he might get the best crowd.
Yeah, that shock value is going to matter a lot.
Yeah.
I'm just happy to see, the way this whole thing turned out. I think everybody getting out there to make their debut as well, like Mike P and Loso. Like, it's just awesome to see, like, where battle rap could take these guys sometimes. Like, they're traveling across the world to perform for a crowd. And these guys might already have a fan base out there already, and, like, their fan base probably thinks to themselves, I'll never see a Mike P live. I'll never see a Loso live. Like, that's how people felt when they saw Tay-Rock live. And, not to compare Premier Battle League and URL. But, like, a whole demographic of people said, I might never get a chance to see Tay-Rock live again unless I leave the country. This is my one shot. So, like, Mike P and Loso might have that fan base, and that's pretty dope to think.
I don't know, man. Mike P might have needed to fly out there to London with John. You know what I mean? To see, like, if there's an angle he can take, or how to adapt, whatever. So much plays in Loso's battle, like, jet lag, like how much time he spends in the environment and him adapting. So, and Mike P's battle as well, because CoJay is a mirror match for him, for real.
Yeah,
but
honestly, like CoJay's been competing at a high level for a while, man. When I look back at his DNA battle, that was one of those. That was that battle, right, where like you say you pat somebody in the back of the shoulder, right? You pat them and you just say, "Yo, you did your shit. You lost, but you did your thing." And it's one of those performances where like somebody does really well, even in a losing effort, that you're happy to see they found their ceiling of like how far they can go in battle rap and what's their potential like. And from there on out, he's just hit and miss, but he's figured out who he can be when he's at his A game. And so, I like we said earlier, him and Mike P might be is our battle of the night, at least for me.
Yeah, I think so.
You think they come out in jerseys?
Did they come out in jerseys? I don't know. That didn't work for New Jersey twerk too well. You know what I mean? It worked for Arsenal. You know what I mean? But it ain't work for twerk too well. So
team PB, Team Premier battles, and Team America, Team USA. They come out in their jerseys.
I don't know, man. We're going to see. I think it's going to be an interesting night, man. This card has a lot of great matchups on it. We're going to see what happens, man.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Ryan from Premier Battles, man. I've been trying to get him on the show for a while. We just go back and forth, and I'm making it my goal to just find a way to just have him on this goddamn podcast. We're going to make it happen.
Yeah,
and big shout outs.
Difference, man.
Yeah, big shout outs. We didn't even mention these guys, Sarcasm City and Battle Rap Resume, because they do all the commentary for Premier Battle Leagues. We left that out in the beginning. Every time I click on one of the Premier Battles and I hear Tom introducing the battlers like he's Beasley.
Even after the battle is over, it's like, you know what I mean? Like, I like the voiceover at the end, too. You know what I mean? So shout out to them on that, man. It's like bringing originality and different perspectives, you know what I'm saying, and ways to look at, a battle. And listen to a battle.
Yeah, man.
Should be a dope night, though, France.
Night for them, more than for us.
And it's going to be a pay-per-view. If anybody is, interested, there's also going to be a pay-per-view for this event, by the way. So,
another Battle Rapping Breakfast Saturday.
Yeah. Let's get it.
Facts, man. So, Bad Money, sign us out, bro. France.
Oh, shit. Well, all right, I'll sign us out. Yo, this has been Let's Talk Battle Rap Podcast. I'm North Philadelphia's own Bad Money. Follow me on Twitter at BadMoney29. France, where can they follow you at on Twitter?
You can follow the show, Twitter, Instagram, LTBR Podcast. Email is
Gmail.
Let's talk battle rap at gmail.com.
Shout out the rest of the squad. Shout out to Program V. Shout out to Tim. And shout out to my boy Dylan. We are out of here. Premier Battle League All-Star Game. Let's Talk Battle Rap Podcast.